All right, let's see if we can demonstrate with some string and some inner tube the, uh, the, the knot group relation that comes from a crossing. So on this knot, which if you look carefully is actually the unknot, but it's a knot, I've got some crossings and I've labeled some arcs. So I've labeled this arc number 1. It's in the foreground. And then I've labeled this arc number 2 here. And a little harder to see though is this arc, which is labeled number 3. Twist it so you can see them all. So 3 goes all the way to here. 2 goes all the way back down here. 1 starts and then finishes. Now I have a piece of string here which is attached to the lamp over there, which you can't see, but that's my base point in R3 where the string is attached. And so the first thing I'll do is create the generator of the fundamental group from arc number 1. So I put the string over arc number 1. Alright, so as the string is oriented this way, you can tell as I go over that arc number 1, arc number 1 is exiting from under the string to my left. As I cross on the string, which is the fundamental group generator, I see arc number 1 coming out on my left side, going in on the right side, out on the left. So that's an overcrossing. I need to make it nice and long because I'll need a bunch of string for the other two. I should probably do it. Alright, so that string, it goes back to the base point off screen, which you'll have to believe. And then I grab the end of it and look for my next generator. So push that out of the way. Here's the end of the string, and I want to cross over the arc which is going under arc number 1. So the arc number 2 goes under arc number 1 and comes out as arc number 3. So the first thing I want to do is go over arc number 2. That means at the end of the string, so I'll try and keep this on 1, is going to go over 2. So that as it goes over 2, 2 will be coming out from underneath the string to its left. So grab that, and there's my generator for arc number 2. And then the third element, group element in this relation is x1 inverse. So that means I need to go back on arc number 1, but this time I want to make an undercrossing. So I'll let 2 hang down and an undercrossing on arc number 1. So if I went like this with the end of the string, which by the way went back to the base point and then headed over here, it would be an overcrossing. So if I go like this, I can make it an undercrossing. And then you have to picture yourself traveling along the string to the end of the string from top to bottom now. And as you go along that way, you look and you see arc number 1's arrow coming out to your right if you're upside down. So that's x1 inverse. And then back to the base point. Okay, so now the relation is that if you homotope this string, so that means that I can free it up from the base point except for its beginning and its ending, and that means I can start just pulling it until it says nothing left but it pops through, and there it is right around arc number 3. Now I just need to make sure that this is an actual overcrossing of arc number 3. So here's the string from the base point. You can see it's kind of tight. Here's the string heading back to the base point. So as I go, it goes under arc 3 first, but then the oriented direction of it is over arc 3 because as it crosses that arrow, if I'm going from here left to, well, the screen will probably be backwards, but if I'm heading back home towards the base point, it goes so that arc 3 comes out from underneath it, heading to on the left side as you cross from here to here. So done. I have created the relation. You could do that a little bit faster maybe, or you could make your own at home. But you have to be really careful to get the over and under correct. Let me do one more time. So, goes over 1, give it a lot of extra, then over 2, back to the base point, and then under 1, x1 inverse, then pull it and pops out, and there it is over 3. There you have it.